What's up, everybody? Patrick Hickey Jr. here, Editor-in-Chief of ReviewFix.com, bringing you the latest segment in our ReviewFix Play series. This time out, we will be playing Tharsis on the PlayStation 4. This game is pretty damn addictive. It's kind of hard to explain, so we're just going to jump right in. Think of it this way. This is a game that probably should have came out on the Vita, or the 3DS, or the PC, but it works really well on the PlayStation 4. It's a game that can be played with dice with pen and paper if you really wanted to. So you're in a spaceship headed to Mars, and you've got to protect the ship in any way possible.
For every disaster. Not all of them at once. We can't turn back, but how can we go on?
So that's pretty much like the extent of like the prettiness of the graphics. I mean, basically what you have to do is survive. As you see, like meteorites, meteoroids, or whatever they're calling it, or killed 2 members of your crew. So now you have to send these guys, okay, to these different parts of the ship that are injured, that are, you know, damaged or whatever, and just roll the dice and see if you can come up with the numbers needed to fix them. It's got a little bit of elements of Yahtzee in it too, which is pretty cool. But as you can see, each of these characters have different amounts of dice. So this doctor only has 1 and the captain only has 2. The specialist has 3. So you have to find cool combinations. So as you guys can see here, if you roll 5, it reduces stress. If you throw over a 5, it adds 1 dice to the crew in the module. When you have extra dice, you can attach them to your research projects down on the bottom part of the screen, and that'll allow you to repair certain things. So it's like you're basically using every dice for a reason. So let's roll. So right now we got 5. Yeah, that's not what we need, so we're gonna roll again. That's better. That's 7. So we're gonna just add that to here. So we need 6 to fix this part of the ship. So we're gonna have to use this person right here, and we're gonna roll again. So there goes that 6 that we needed. So see, now that's repaired. So now that 1 is in stasis, which means we can't move it. So we're gonna put it in research projects and just hold on to it. Once those fill up and we get it to a certain number, then we can actually use those things on the bottom. The MCC override, the stimulants, the sedatives. So, alright, so 4 is actually pretty good, but we really can't use it. So let's try and roll again, see if we can reduce stress. And we can. So we got pretty lucky. So now we finish our deployment, and then we go to the next person. So now we have 6 dice rolls to get to 27. So 3, that's in stasis. That's not going to really do anything for us, and we can't even re-roll. So the only thing that we can do here is roll that in there, or we can use it to repair. So we're probably going to have to use it to repair. Alright. So now our mechanic has 5 die. So we need 24 with 5 die. Is it possible? Sure. Okay. And there you go. So we did everything that we needed to do. So now you're going to see we're not going to get any damage because we fixed everything that needed to be fixed. So now the story continues.
The crew's and my own. But if I can't lead them, we're all dead. I need to get it together.
Yeah, pretty corny. But the only reason why I say it's corny is because when you've played the game 40, 50 times like we have up until this point, you've seen the same thing over and over again. You're like, alright, whatever. So this is the cool thing. So now you have a choice to make. These 2 people will get 2 extra health, but the ship will get -1. Everyone else here will get +1 dice, but -2 health for them. So, as you can see, -2 health for those two guys. One of them's gonna die. So here you want to do that. Okay, so now you get to pick who gets food. So you only have enough food for one person. This gets interesting later because when people start to die, you can actually make the choice to eat them. So right now, this is another interesting part because right here he only has one dice. So we gotta just roll and hopefully we get a 6. That's basura, we don't need that. 4, alright, that's better, so we can use that. Alright, so now our specialist gets 2 dice. So now we're going to roll again. And see where it says void, the 3 up there? If we get a 3, the dice just disappears entirely. So that's not what we want. Okay. Alright, so now that's done. So now we're going to send our 2 other characters to go fix this. And we need 14. But we can't roll a 5. This is where they get you. So this is actually pretty good. So now we only need 6 and 2 more dice roll. So because we had the assist, that means we didn't go, that 5 didn't go into the void. So we got pretty lucky. So now we're gonna add this 5 over here. And now we're gonna end this deployment. But we still have 1 guy left. So we can do a bunch of different things here. We can see if we could heal. So let's see. So now we get a health recovery here. We can put the 4 in our research projects and we can roll again. And we really can't use any of these. So we just hold on to them. Okay. So now again we've got no damage. I'm actually doing much better than I expected I would.
Get the better of me, but the others have proven me wrong. I'm proud of how the crew has come together. I think we might actually have a chance.
We shall see. So now if you look at this, if we do +1 dice for all crew, then yeah. Okay. So we have no more food. So this is an issue. And now this is where things begin to get difficult because now we have 31. Where there's like no way we're going to get that on 4 rolls from our mechanic or our doctor. So we have to find some ways to get this done. Okay. So that 6 definitely helps. So now we'll roll again. So now we've hurt ourselves. If that would have happened again, you probably would have died, because if you look at the health on the left of the picture, you could tell her health is pretty low. So now we need a 12. And they're dead. So see, this is where all these intangibles come into play. So we actually had enough to finish it off, but so now he is dead too. This is the kind of the part of the game that gets frustrating because you had a pretty good roll, and now since you haven't finished, you haven't protected the entire ship, now you're going to start to take damage. So now you got 2 people dead.
I've checked our food stores and it looks grim. We lost more than half our supplies with the module. If we don't find some creative solutions, we'll starve before we ever reach Mars.
Okay, so now you have to make, again, decisions continue. So now this is the screwed up part. You have no food. So do you go cannibalistic? Yeah, you do. So now again, you have to make some decisions. And this is where it gets really difficult because you've only got 2 people, so there's only so much you can do. So now we got to re-roll. So now, if we press L1, there's a bunch of stuff that we can use. See, 30% stress, all crew, stimulants, and 17 repair module. We can't do that yet. Okay. Well, because we already repaired something already. So now we got our captain. Now we can't deploy him there because that'll take out his last health. So we're just going to have to do this. Okay. This was actually a really good roll because now we can add all of this to our research, and now see what we have. So we just gave him a little bit more health. So we're gonna take damage because there's 3 parts of the thing that are screwed up. And that's it. That's the game. That's the kind of thing that sucks because you have to maintain the health of all of your guys in order to succeed. So, but bottom line is, this game is addicting as hell. And it's not pretty, but the rules are pretty cool, and it works really well. And it's something that is great in 15-minute bursts. Or, I mean, if you have an hour or two, you could just keep playing over and over again. So, the thing that sucks is it is 1 player. But bottom line is, it's engaging, and it's different. There aren't enough games like this on the PlayStation 4.